There are evenings when the entire day feels like a blur. Conversations happened, messages were answered, meals were eaten, roads were crossed, and yet it feels as though you were never truly there. Only the body moved through the hours while something deeper remained distant, elsewhere, quietly waiting. The strange thing is, human beings rarely live where life is actually happening. The hands may touch the cup of tea, but the mind is already inside tomorrow, or wandering through a memory that no longer exists. A conversation from years ago, an imagined future, a version of yourself constantly being repaired, defended, improved. And beneath all this movement, a certain exhaustion begins to grow. More than physical exhaustion, existential exhaustion. The fatigue of never fully arriving. Sometimes you can feel it late at night. The room is silent, the day is over, but inside something continues running like a city whose lights never turn off. Thought after thought, image after image, a constant psychological momentum. And most people assume this is normal. And there comes a moment in inner life when a deeper intelligence begins to whisper, perhaps this constant movement is the suffering itself. To live in the present moment does not mean forcing the mind to become quiet. It does not mean trying to be spiritual. It is something far more intimate, far more immediate. It begins the instant attention touches this moment completely. The sound in the room, the feeling of breathing, the subtle weight of the body sitting here, not as an exercise, not as a technique, but as direct contact with existence before thought interprets it. There is an ancient loneliness hidden inside psychological time. The past carries identity, the future carries hope, and so the mind clings to both. Because without them, for one brief instant, there is no familiar self to hold on to, only naked immediacy, only life unfolding now. This can be unsettling at first, like standing alone beneath an endless night sky. Yet strangely, it is also where relief begins. Watch carefully. The next time you wash your hands, simply feel the water, not the story in your head, not tomorrow morning, not unfinished conversations. Just the water, cold, moving, alive. Such a simple thing. Yet in that instant, something fragmented begins gathering back together. Energy returns from imagination, from memory, from mental noise, and a quiet wholeness begins appearing on its own. The present moment is not small. It only appears small to a mind addicted to elsewhere. And when deeply entered, even ordinary existence becomes luminous. The sound of rain against a window, the pause after laughter, a breath taken slowly in an empty room. These moments were never empty, only unnoticed. There is a peace that cannot be manufactured. It arrives naturally when inner resistance to this moment softens, because for a brief moment you stop arguing with existence. And in that openness, something ancient and silent begins breathing through you again. Maybe that is why certain moments feel timeless. watching the ocean at dusk, walking alone beneath winter trees, sitting silently as you watch the sun rise. For a few seconds, the mental narrator disappears, and life is simply undivided whole. The doorway has always been here, not hidden in mountains, not waiting in another lifetime, only obscured by constant psychological movement. And maybe true meditation begins the moment you stop trying to escape the simplicity of being here, right now, this breath, this sound, this fleeting moment that will never return again. Life has quietly opened its door, and it has always been now.